Hello and welcome to my September TBR. So this month is a bit of a special month because it is the Orilium September Autumn Equinox Readathon. That's really long, but it's hosted by Book Roast, and I have been doing this readathon since about 2018. It used to be called the Magical Readathon, but it changed name, and yeah, I will link G's explanations and announcement videos below, but a really quick version is it's basically Magical Academy, and there is the Spring Equinox and the Autumn Equinox. The Spring Equinox is in April and the Autumn Equinox is in September, and you're basically working towards a career or like a degree type thing. So you take subjects and you get more advanced as the year goes on, although this year would be the year that if you've been following it since the beginning you'll be getting the master's level. I have not been. I swapped careers or something, so I'm not quite there yet. I'm in my third year, and yeah, it's really fun, especially as someone who's just left academia for the first time ever. I've been in education for 19 years. I am holding on with everything I can and gonna live vicariously through my TBR this month. Basically, each subject there is up to 3 prompts, and each prompt is a different book. So the levels are, I'm going to have to use my notebook because it's quite a lot to remember. It goes O, Q, D, distinguished, qualified, something else. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The main thing that matters is the prompts. So for demonology, I have to get a D. So before I can get there, I have to get an O. And for an O, the prompt was Impling Outbursts, and that was a book with an emotion in the title. And I'm not quite sure if it's an emotion, but we're going to go with it. I've got Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross, which is the second book in Divine Rivals. I finished Divine Rivals this week actually, and I loved it so much. I get why the hype was so hyped. The book Talk Girlies really did pull through on this one. Also, I'm loving red and gold. And Divine Rivals, the first book, is a historical fantasy, basically World War One. It's between 2 gods, and it's more like romance focused between these 2 characters, and yeah, they write letters to each other using a magical typewriter, and I just love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. It was so cute, and I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did, so I'm excited to get to the second one. I think this might be the first book that I'm going to pick up. Then for a Q for qualified, it said underground habitat, so a dungeon or cave or secret lair in the book, and for that I've got Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer, I think. So I'm really excited for this one because I used to see her videos on Instagram where she used to pretend to be kind of like the assistant to a villain, and she actually turned it into a book, and I think that's amazing. And I don't know too much, but I mean, the title kind of gives away most of the plot, but well, not most of the plot, the basis of the plot. This one's going to be vibes. I'm buddy reading it with my friend, and I think it'll be a good time. And I just love all the details on the front. So it's got like, oh, it's not going to focus. It's got like a helmet, and there's like a frog on the back. It just seems like it's very fun. Finally, to get the distinguished, it was like New Generation Demon, so a book by an author younger than me. And I think I am cheating. Mortal Dark by T.J. Skirmer. But I am very, very excited for this read because it is a dark academia. It's like dark academia vampires, I think. It says, it's a tale as old as time, bloodthirsty vampire, innocent maiden, except this maiden isn't so innocent. This maiden is a murderer. I think it's dark academia. Yeah, it's an elite university, and it's September, and September for me means like a new year of like school. so I like to read dark academia at the time, and this was big I think last year, and I think the sequel's coming out soon, so I do want to read this so I can get to the sequel. So these 3 books will be my demonology. Next is pretty easy, I just need an O in elemental studies, and that was Stormcall with the prompt water on the cover, and for that I went for A Theory of Dreaming by Ava Reid. I have actually started this. I got like 25 pages in. You can see my bookmark there. And I wanted to save it for September because I think that it is a very Septembery book. But can we just admire the edges and the front? And it's just so pretty. It's the Waterstones edition. I'm a big fan, big fan. And yeah, Studying Drowning, it was really eerie. If you don't know what it's about, it's basically another dark academia-y type one, but not too much so. It's more like folklore. Fairy King, and she's seeing things, and they go to recover a history or something, or like the folklore, make a biography. I can't actually remember. It is all good vibes, and this one is they're back at the university, and I think they're trying to figure out whether magic is real or not, and yeah, I think it's just going to be such a good time. I love her writing. It's not a horror, but it does get under your skin. It's very unsettling, and I like those vibes. I think they're perfect September vibes for transitioning into October and the burn months, the best time of the year. So that's the only one I need to read for elemental studies, and the next is a Q in spells and incantations, and for that I first need an O. So that was Luck Charm, and I had to roll a dice, and I didn't film it, but I promise you rolled a 2. So I had to read a book that was between 100 and 200 pages long, and for that I'm going to read The History of England by a Partial, Prejudiced and Ignorant Historian, which is a Jane Austen one. It's for the Penguin's 90 years little things. They've brought out all these little tiny books, and I think this one is just over 100 pages. Yeah, it's 115 pages long, and it's very satire. I think it's going to be a good time. So it has little jokey biographies. I do have like flip through of like different kings and queens, and then I think it gets into like some letters. I don't really understand what it's about, but I think it'll be fun and it'll be quick. So a nice little break from the fantasy heavy TBR that I have right now. I need a Q in spells and incantations, which was current spell trends, and it was read a 2025 release, and for that I'm finally getting to The Knight and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. I am so excited. I'm in my Lady Knight era. I'm so excited. There's so many good Lady Knight books coming out. Definitely The Everlasting by Alex E. Harrow. One of my favourite authors is coming out soon, and The Second Death of Locke is coming out soon, and I think it's like Isle of Silver or something. Is it like Tassamere? And I'm very excited for that as well. But this one is Rachel Gillig, the author of One Dark Window. It's the Waterstones edition again, and it's really pretty, and there's nothing underneath. But it says, Sybil Delling has spent 9 years dreaming of having no dreams at all. Like the other foundling girls who traded a decade of service for a home in the great cathedral, Sybil is a diviner. In her dreams she receives visions from 6 unearthly figures known as omens. From them she can predict terrible things before they occur, and lords and common folk alike travel across the kingdom of Trium's windswept moors to learn their futures by her dreams. Just as she and her sister diviners near the end of their service, a mysterious knight arrives at the cathedral. Rude, heretical and devilishly handsome, the knight Roderick has no respect for Sybil's visions, but when Sybil's fellow diviners begin to vanish one by one, she has no choice but to seek his help in finding them. For the world outside the cathedral's cloister is wrought with peril. Only the gods have the answers she is seeking, and as much as she'd rather avoid Roderick's dark eyes and sharp tongue, only a heretic can defeat a god. I've heard very good things about this, and I am so very excited to finally get to it. Like, this entire TBR is stunning, just lots of books that I've been looking forward to reading all year. Finally, I need an O in Conjuration, so just one book. That was Conjuring Circles, and the prompt was circles on the cover. Now, they're not complete circles, but there is lots of circles. Oh, there's like a circle there, and then there's like these are going round. But basically it's Heavenly Bodies. This, I think, is about gods, monsters, that sort of thing. It says, you know the most dangerous kind of villain, a woman with nothing left to lose. In a world ruled by stars, cruel and merciless gods, Allah has been cursed by fate. Again, a book that's got a sequel coming out soon. I don't know if it's 2026 or if it's at the end of the year, but another one that's been anticipated and been sitting on my shelf, and I've just been waiting for the right time to read it. And a magical university RPG readathon seems like the best time, because just like if you watch book roast videos, this is just her vibe, just very celestial. I've even got my own celestial type top on for the vibes. Yeah, I'm really excited to get to all of these, because I'm now an unemployed gal. I might get to some more books. I'm hoping to do some challenges. That is my September TBR, and it's a big one. It's actually not that bad. It's 6 books? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. I'm quite happy with that. I think it's a pretty stack. It's very like September vibes. Please follow along, because I'm sure I will do some Orilium reading vlogs, trying to make my way through these, and you'll get my live updates on how I'm finding them. Do you want to follow along? You can press the subscribe button below and get some updates when I'm reading these. And if you like this video, like it and comment down below a book you're looking forward to reading in September. But that's everything. Bye!